Morning, folks. It's 10:02 a.m. on the 13th day, 12th month, 2022. And I'm going to give you your Christmas outlook. And it looks like you're going to be very wet. Very, very wet indeed. I was just looking at the pressures, and nothing else could be. Christmas is on a Sunday this year, and the 25th, evidently. I don't know, I have to ask those things. When you get old, you do. Right. Here you go, Adelaide. Not showing too much there. But you got a lot of chem on your low deck. You got a lot of stuff going here through... let me make sure I got my optimum distance. I just did a sound check earlier. Through conding up. And they're conding you up. Some of these storms do look very dangerous. You got the hook going here, so this is going faster than that. So it's dragging it and tendriling it. She's pulsing on her own now. That's going to eat that. This here is getting stronger as it's proceeding toward the coast. Over there in Cackle Diddy Bitty Bitty Row House. Yeah, I got to send a list of all your names. I'm just going to do this my way. Udina Kimba. Mba. But when you look at this, it shows you like there's nothing going on, right? Like there's nothing here. But when I go over here, well, I can see there's plenty of clouds. I see you got a lot of microwaves here. And you got a lot of chem and chem bombs headed your way, right? You got a shove move going towards Sydney. It's going to trigger showers and rains all up and down the coast today and tomorrow as this new event begins. Boom, 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 boom. At Harvey Bay, you got something bearing down on you now from the west. You might want to have a look at. In other words, check your safety. Watch your own six. Boom, 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 boom. I decided to name the problem with my microphone blowing out Addie's Revenge for me trying to trick him into spilling something. So you got me, my friend. I had a big laugh over that this morning. Yeah, I tried to put a positive spin. You got a big wave coming down here from the north, actually helping to hem this chem together into a more dense line. It'll compress its electrics. You'll give it piezo effect. And when it meets this one pulsing from underneath, it's going to kick off the lightning. Esperance is the most likely manipulator of the weather in this area and is very often turned off when it's doing its stuff. But I have a way I can point out to you that makes it a bit visible. I call her Swirly Girl. She was notorious for making a swirl beam years and years ago. See that swirl up here? Birkeland strand. So this one's sweeping this direction. It's helping move this along. Pulse, 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 and then it slowly rotates because it's warmer, and it acts like a broom. I call it a sweeps the chem. Or you have an alternative station. Maybe we can pick it up on the dop, 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 dop. You know, lots of mixins going on here. Look, pulse. A lot of changes of directions towards and away from the next rad. In different layers of the atmosphere. There's a beam going high. This one's low. So you got, they could beam more than one spot at once. So, and you see her doing the scatter bit here. So it's definitely actively beaming down here. You can see that. Right in the center of your screen, that's Esperance Swirly Girl right there is doing her dance. And we could pick it up here on the low deck. It's a very subtle. They don't want to destroy the moisture. They just want to move it along and allow this to interact and hem it together. And it would take a computer to do all the slide ruling of it they used to use. And you see some more bombs going off here off the coast headed toward Albany into this mass. Just kind of hovering here while everything else is moving on the low deck. So this will be very high up. And those are 10-minute jumps. So this sickness mix is headed your way to mix, and it's going to trigger some storms. You had a boom go off here. Watch, boom. That's different than this radar right here at the end or the beginning. It's 6:10 a.m. was it was nearly 4 hours ago. So this is as current the feed as I could get because I clicked it on and went live. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. See if we can get a good clear into the actual mass of microwave plasma. So it's going to mix, interacting, causing volatilities and making what's going to be a fairly active storm line when it gets there. See it moving? See if I can let that clear a bit. Like a shroud of Turin looking. I'm going to check see if you guys have said anything bad about my son. Oh, here's my asthma. I'm very sorry to hear about your asthma. There's a lot of people reporting respiratory distress around the planet. They've come up with some new camel COVID. Everybody come back from the World Cup with the camel flu. Everybody got camel toe flu. Get the fuck out of here with that stuff. Did you see all the dust that was in the air down there? See the square formation here. Go forward. Now they got the shamrock. Now another bombs went off square, like shape charges. Or drone swarms, who knows? Those pictures of those drone swarms I put up make me wonder if they can do that on a larger scale than that we're seeing. And with deployments on them, computer controlled. It would be logical. That's Santa Claus. Look, there's Santa. My imaginary is picking him up. His head and eyes. A Homer Simpson Santa. Rasta Santa. Hey. Ha 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 ha. Microwaves his ass away. Bye. Frying you, Santa Claus. Oh, happy shopping, people. Get the triangle over here as I move away across the country. Isn't that an ad formation? Get the dingus. Take me to your leader. That looked like one of them things floating around that attacked the Nebuchadnezzar. And where are you right now? We're starting to head toward the corridor. The Can't Bear It corridor. Mild, not so mild Dora. Boy, have you guys been in the target this year. But, you know, with what your radar does, pushing storms to everybody else. And is it on? Well, there's definitely microwaves on over here. Let's see what pattern we can see faster. A stationary wave here or a mountain. That just swept across the top of it, coming in from the initiator is somewhere up here, because I don't see that pulse coming through the deck on the ocean, so it's come from here. One of the two radar stations here, maybe Sellekill. He knows. A lot of microwave nucleation with chem floating over the top. This is 4 hours it's taking it to move from there to there. It's breaking the speed limit, I think. Yet waveform coming up through here is going to help clear out the way of what's there to make way for what's coming. Then you can expect the beam to come from the top back down. You'll see another waveform come when this gets here. Most likely to do that will be Alice Springs, if she's not already started. Pulse it this way, but they want the plume to get well developed. It wanted to wick up the moisture if it's got aluminous salts and other things. Big, huge deployment line of chem here now coming to meet that, which will start the flooding event for this area here, and I did say flooding event. Ho, 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 oh no. It's going to be a soggy Christmas. Right, let's have a look. This is, again, this is 5:50 a.m. This is 4 hours and 20 minutes ago. And we have a line of initiation. Let's see if we can look at this cluster here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Numerous abominations with the horns of the dragon. I don't know, I'm going to use imagination. The hook-nosed witch. Reiner broom. That must be the wicked glitch coming over from the east coast to the west. I want that to clear up. Come on with the dads here like the old days. I guess as clear as it's gonna get. Get the lips and the nose and the crown. My goodness. Aether is a multidimensional fabric. When you manipulate electromagnetic frequency, you're also manipulating aether. So, when you manipulate aether, many things are possible. Geoengineering is going on here. Can you see this? Something came along in a line and deployed. Boom, boom, boom. I'll call Imaginarium of what things look like. But this is chem bomb deployment here that I'm pointing at. This cursor is a bit lost in here. I'm going a little jump bigger. Cursor thickness. Mouse pointer size. Okay, let's get that sucker right up there. Is that better for you? Okay, I was bombing it up over here while looking at the bombs. Okay, let's have a good look at this now going by. Alright, we have a waveform coming out from up here, pushing out. So that means that glitch is doing a pulse. One of the broomers up there. Headland, most likely. So shall we look and see what's going on with it? Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. The EMF disease and it's only boom, boosting only. Well, they're definitely frying here. Are they frying a little more this direction? Yep. Guilty. Are they really? Is there nothing? Nothing to see here, nothing to see there. Did they do them all? They know I'm looking. They do not want you to see them. They are Nazis. They're boosting over here. This one's doing a circle fry. Swash sticker over there. So that'll be a big chem deployment. Ooh. What's going on? The pinwheel. Says we're going to make a center circulation maybe here. Is there a sudden low up here? Well, they're definitely making a storm. No doubt about that. Now only a piece of the bubbles here. Look how long this is. It could sever that, have a second storm here anytime, but it's better to bring the moisture in and fuck Bundaberg and all that, and you guys are capping it. You are. Here's a waveform storm coming up on the way from the south from here, so that means more than likely Geraldton will be involved in this one. Nothing really showing. Slight blowing out of the clouds on the low deck here. I'm picking up some very light interference, but not enough to say, hey, look. But definitely picking up a pulse wave here. See it coming out where they turned that radar off. Naughty, naughty, naughty. There's many ways you can see the beam. The pinch points here. So this is where the difficulties are going to start to show up. That's going to ride in like that, suddenly release like a funnel. So the rains will begin pretty hard here when that happens. These cells have been cut already, so they're free to move and interact with each other as this one spins. See that looks some kind of a bomb line there. Inside this main line of storms, that's going to be impacting the lives of people here in this part of the Australia today. The brass knuckles. That ain't the Eucharist you're looking at. It's the Antichrist. The Antichrist. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. This is devilish what they're doing. Absolutely devilish. Look, one of those deployments like the planes that go along in the line leaves the stitches. The chaff type deployment. I've showed it before. Is that near known military bases? More than likely. It's close enough to Alice to make it there. Ulunguru. Look at the pulsations in front of Alice Springs here. Standing waveforms. Slow. going through that one. Many different directions of waves interacting to cause a division in this storm, to split it. They're gonna send it in two again. This one's wiggling a bit. Have to drop some tropical warm down on it. Look. Or did long reach pulse some warm down? You have to decide which excuse is more logical. The watching of the interactions of these waveforms here. Is long reach shut off too? This is a major manipulation of water they have to do right here. To hold this to this side and send it down, they have to turn these radars on. You have to wickedly glitch this area. It has to happen. There's no other way to do it. These have to be on. Charlieville just bringing in the action. Emerald's on. Long reach is on. Yeah, they have to. This whole corridor has to come on. Mount Isa has to come on too, but not as hard, because they want the moisture to come through here. And Alice is going to be, let's say, the divider, or where they send things left and right, or north and south in this case, is going to be. Oh, Alice, do, what's hidden in your halls? Somebody needs to think on them. There's nothing to see here, folks. You know, nothing showing up on radar. But you can't see the sky looking that way. Golly, look at the chem bomb they put over the top of Alice. Right here. One, two of them. Big somethings is here. Could it possibly be a chem bomb exploding, making a big cloud? And that just occurred. So there's going to be a supercell here. Yep. And that just happened at 9:40. So I'm going to give it another click. I want those frames. If I wait one more minute, I'll get one more frame. Look at the bomb here. So I'll take one more minute going over this. Look at this square deployment right here, where my newly improved thickness size of my cursor is. See, it's a square, but in the center you got the X marks the spot. Something's deployed, and there's streamers of clouds forming behind these brighter spots. Boom, 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 boom. Bzz, 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 bzz. And this looks like it's going over the top of that, because that's still underneath. It's just starting to interact with it. And that wave is kind of just staying in place. See, I'll hold it on this one. This was more of a clear spot. And this wave just stays there. Cloud's still there where the line is. Cloud. Let me take my hand off this. Oh, I'll do that one. Lots of little bombs in that. It's just staying in one spot, man. These are standing waveforms. Microwave induced chemical clouds. Alright, that minute is going by. Let's do this. I want those frames. Yeah, man. Should go quick because it's only 3 frames to load. Alright, we're right back to Alice. We'll find that square again and we'll go those 3 frames. Hello, Alicia Springio. The Alice Spring shows. We're going to open it up, and the father is our oppressors. The motherfucker really is. Well, you know what they say. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. And well, if you're funding it, there's Bill's face in the sky. A Montague. Bad idea. Boom. Boom. So we got 3 more frames to work with. There's the square, right? Now it's into the formation of the 5 with would look like fingers and a clock pointing at 9:11, or is it 9:10? Or is it 10:09? Back into a different type of formation, right? From this to this. And it's blowed off something else right now in your skies. Like an X like old stopwatch. And it's time to put that lever down and put a full stop to this geoengineering program. The Paris Accords must fail, as they're about to wet your Christmas. Father Christmas is gonna need a raincoat. Right, let's take a look at another area of interest today. The Carpentaria area, the far north. The bombaciousness. See if we can pick up a pattern here. Yeah, I'm doing a live read. I ain't got an hour and a half to sit and look at this and then give you guys an hour of videos. Oh, God. Now the gas is being deployed in this direction, headed that way. Shoot something off and it just descend through the atmosphere. While this is going down on the low deck, that's dispersing and interacting with one of the layers. This just says, man, I'm going to go over here. It's time. Let's go meet this stuff that's coming here. So things are moving here and this is moving there. It's propelled. Logic says that. Look at the shock wave in front of each one of these. Alright, we'll get right to there where it's about to ejaculate. Alright, there it is. The elephant dick that's in the room. The elephant is getting a hard on because you haven't noticed it yet. It's giggling. The elephant's in the room. It's about to shoot off 1, 2, 3, 4 bombs right in front of this cluster right here with a shock wave. A bomb here with a tendril and a tendril. 1, 2, 3 bombs here in a triangle in the center of something with lines pointing at it. 10 minutes later, from this to that, spreading out and taking your sunshine. This method done once over the top of the other. That one's pinwheeling, so that's going to interact with itself. We got another one forming here. The lollipop going by. There it is. Hey, Montague, you catching it yet? This one's shot out all the way in the opposite direction of everything that's flowing in this direction. This thing here is going, craziness is going on in your sky here. Look at this thing, sperming it up. They're making this storm. They're birthing it. They're shooting it off now. Boing. Get the bell and everything. They're getting good at it. The Labiatus cloud. And it shoots off, man, right into the sky. It's doing it now. The bell end, and it's in the precious. It's engorged. The bell end. Somebody's having a laugh. Look at this. And it spits something out, and it's curly whirly in it. There it goes again. Boom, 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 boom. They want that area with cloud now, and when they bump together, oh, Happy New Year, more. And the next image will show that further along with what happens next. With what happens next, as they're watching you, big brothers in the ocean. And he's having a laughing cloud. Alright, that's enough happiness of that. Trying to raise my vibe. You know how hard this is to do it? Look at the scoop move. Boom, boom, boom. That can be done with laser pops and bombs. Look at this deployment here. How many swastikas are in your sky today? This cloud brought to you by Walmart. Wonder Woman, wonder why you're waiting for you. The spider bores in the sky. Doom, 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 doom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Watching nasties cross your shores. People being treated like whores. Bill Gates the spider. Now you got the Boris voice yet. Bill Gates the spider. He's a creepy crawly. My opinion is he's a creepy crawly. Doom, 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 boom. And a day would be seen when the spider webs would cross the sky. And people would band together and will be known as the Rainbow Children. We must usher their way, folks. This is not the way to do it. But talking about it and getting it to stop is. We have great power inside each and every one of us that we could choose to find, or we could choose to have stay hidden from us. And nobody else can tell you who to be you. No book can tell you what you've existed as in the past. If they'll tell you there's a fake copy of the Akasha around, nobody knows. Don't tell it as a, and they do. They'll tell you this to give themselves deniability when they're wrong. Boom, boom, boom. The ass cloud, shitting and farting it up in the Carpinteria area. Now let's have a look for your forecast. Let's just have a look. Here's what's in store for the land being hoard. Sorry if I get quiet in a minute. I already did an hour sound check this morning. Right, predictably there it goes, just north of where Esperance was, out down here where that beam was. It's really going to kick off hard. The beam lines come through here to keep these separate flows, so they can manipulate this across different than that, so that this can inundate, because they have to keep a corridor to keep the cold air that's cooler coming up from Antarctica and through the Bight and all that, through pressure systems and stuff that'll be rotating from down here. Right, this is coming in from this direction, and it's taking a long dip. It does get a good chance to get warm, but some of this will interact with rain through pulsation straight into the low deck, because it'll just go boom, it'll sink, and they'll keep that hot in the top. Right, as this continues along into through Thursday, pretty much without any relief, just signing off, on and off. The conditions are right anywhere except right here where the beams went on. You know, where they did this shit all along the coastline, further south of you. No, not that one. Give me a moment, I'll get it back up. He's headed to the coast. Alright, that's not helping me at all. Give me national. This corridor here, where these beams are full on, there's nothing coming through here. It all comes through here and here in two splits. Swirly Girl's got this locked, and when this moves up towards through the other side of this, it'll join with stuff that this is now pulsed together, and that'll start that next day's worth of crap. Your corridor of initiation is through here. She's going to drop quick. The heated hair here has caused an eddy like you did an ore stroke, and it's going to do it sideways like this and this around itself in a toroid, getting smaller as it goes back on the cone shape of this as it goes toward this radar station here in Port Hedland, which is on. See the beam that has, and this one you could see it blasting from here, boom, on off, but when you go to the station, you see it. There's the pulse pointing straight in at the station. So the manipulation is very obvious what's going on up here, why that corridor is shut down, and why this has been energized, and why that chem is there now blowing up on the top of you that you would see here. There's nowhere else it could come through. So I was over here on Thursday. I'm going to do you a long-term run. I've got myself over to about here, where if those days continued, I've already know your Christmas. To know exactly which towns yet, no. But I know in general they're going to be very wet. And I'm going to watch these pressures move, and I'll make a call. I've already did earlier. I looked at the last day and just zoomed back and looked at the numbers. ran that transmission in my head. And yours a big transmission, man. You got these things are like gears. And you got fluid couplings and all sorts of dynamics going on, and magnetic locking of things together that turn. There's a lot of things I'm showing you on my wall in these little videos of sciencey things I'm putting up. Those are suitable for your homeschooling. Those are great for you guys. They're practical experiments you could see with your eyes. You will have no doubt about. Then it makes you wonder why. And question why they say it is so. If they say it's a certain way, you're supposed to be able to question it. That's how science works. Otherwise, nothing would have ever equal MC squared ever without a constant in it if we don't do this. Yeah, we need to make that equal. That there's a constant involved in these formulas. That they say, well, it works if we use this number. Nah, it means that that ain't it. It's not definitive. Sure is a lot of funneling going on. Funneling this way from this. You see the wider bands. You see the curve this way and that. Two separate splits. So they're going to beam you on here. Big blast. Xmas is the quickest line of sight on that one. So you got to join out here. When I point with this, it's always the middle finger. Like here. Hashtag exposed them 28. Oh, exposed the 28. We got to expose them rascals, man. And as we head through another wet weekend. Wait a minute, you gonna get a break? No. Not. Bring your raincoats. It's gonna be saggy. During your daytimes. My gosh, you in for another wet one. This is gonna be bad. Very, very bad. I want to see the totals. I'm going to take you through it. I'm going to do it in jumps. We don't need to see it hours. As we go through Sunday, the inundation of Queensland begin. And that means the bubbles will start pulling. As we get a sideways one like this. These two will be fucking New Zealand hard back and forth. Earthquake risk on Sunday the 18th. Oh, it'll be Monday the 19th. Your time is very high. When those two start fighting over the islands. Not good. Not good at all. It's going to take beaming to keep them separate. Plan them most likely target. Lots of bombings. Oh, did I just see snowflakes? Nah, lightning. I would be surprised. Hey, what's happening to us? Everybody wants me to cover their part of the world, man. I just can't. I ain't got enough time. I gotta eat. And I hear when you eat, the poop comes out. I'm a freaking Sheldon Cooper clock on that one. Yeah. It's the sun decides it. I don't care what man says the time is every day. It's sunshine decides. The sun comes up and the poop goes down. And I'm done. Like a good dog. When it finally comes down to it, I'm going to identify a dog so I can finally take a piss in public without getting in trouble. There's no toilets left anymore. Just jump behind pop bags, watch people pee their pants at the grocery store. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to drop that set. And now we're going to have to make up and pop a bag behind people. Clutch shot challenge. See if you really will have a stroke. Just pop that bag. Now, don't do that. It's not nice. So we got another rager coming through. So we can expect Swirly Girls Glitch to be on a broom a ride hard over here. Coming for your weekend there. Oh, no, Tuesday the 10th. You got a weekend of Christmas, man. You might know how much drunken driving's going to go on Christmas Eve. Oh, my God, it's a Saturday night. Don't do that. Really, please, people. Hey, Tuesday the 20th, you are fucked. This is the inundation. All right, I said I was going to accumulate it, but I want to go a line first. Because I'm almost there. Almost there. The main fuckery is involving the vent. This area here is a repeated target over these 10-day periods. If I do the whoa on this, whoa, what area do you see getting it the most? The middle. The middle's the showground. Because you got to work that cold air in to make them tornadoes, you know. Yep. Good natural excuse. Don't, so let's show you excesses. No, we ain't going there. Right, when you get this day here, that was the last day, right? Right. We get to, just want to do this one last thing. Well, we get to here. Whammo. We look back. Now we do a determinant. Right? This high pressure is firm off your coast. Okay? High in is filming like this. She's fighting with this one. This one wants to be in this one because that's lower pressure than that one. And it wants to be in this one. So you're getting a tickle there. This one's turning this direction. So it's kind of blunted that end out there. It has to happen. And it forces storms up on this bank right here. Okay, let me get to that moment there. I want every one of them. Now you get 3 heated areas out here in the ocean. This is also fighting to be there, which means they're going to truck that along. That means that's nearly got to go or pinch off. Yeah? These two next to each other the same? Come on! It means a slight bubble up into that they can work some tropical air down into this tunnel down here and move it this direction as they're going to do their El Nino move. And it's not still El Nino, so they're going to do a beam down here to pulse this down. This is rotating. You got to keep with me. You got to look for your 14. Your 14 is here, this line right here, coming this way. This here is rotating this direction. Yeah, kicking tropical air up. So you got the cold one down here existing, shoving up the moisture in. See, from itself into this here, and now look at the temperature differences. All right, you got a heat along here. It's hard that day. Very, very warm. And this mixes with it. And that volatility line is here and here where the green is. Very bad. Very bad through the trough here on the on 10 days from now. Now this has to proceed along. Boom, 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 boom. Eventually, ready for this? This two have to connect. This has to dive south. Eventually one bubble will go hard. Boom. Then that comes a crest. All the things are in place for a full-on up here event again. Starts about 2 days after this. The pressure's like this and this moves along. The setup is fully here. More than likely the 24th. You start your rains through the corridors. And this here is going to get flooding through the trough. The setup of this would say so. The axis has the pressure sitting here. It's already got the elongation happening to cut you off. And now your rains had already started. In New Zealand Capsid. It's all in place. The chemtrails and the EMF are going to decide it all. And that's volatile. Very volatile. There's so much moisture for them to pull up out of this desert back into the air and send you away. It's terrible. And did I say you might get white Christmassy over there? It's very possible that area, has the temperature and the pressure dynamics to create snow up in these mountains. And in these mountains here where my middle finger is over Tasmania, over the Christmas weekend. Wintry mix. So now you're 10 days going like this. Right, I'm going to turn your pressures off now. That's your long-term outlook. Ho, 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 oh, no. Yeah, I did that without swearing. Believe me, when I first typed it, there was fucking was in there. And I had a chance to not do that. Right? If I can't control something, I can't control something. Right, you're 10 days over here, total inundation. Catherine, expect this total to really be your total. Yeah, as well. These areas inland here, yeah, it's going to be bad. We're going to have to watch your tides and your surfing cans. You're fucked. On your 5s and your 10s. Uh-oh, spaghettios. Okay, from that to that, not much difference. It ain't made it to you yet. But you'll be part of the Christmas joy when the geoengineers kick back clink glasses. This, look how much money I just made with those destructions of crops. I made it off of the beef going away. And they're clinking their glasses and donating to the funds that want this to occur. Yes, and I'll do another one covering just look it up. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Fund Scope X with a capital X. And type Harvard. And you will see this. You will see the balloons. And you will see what I saw. You will scream like I screamed, but you look at Warburton planning to flood you out. You got 24 hours to get your shit out before geoengineers fuck your houses. Boom, boom. Do you smell what I smell? I smell lies that you smell, booming up the plumes of the land. Look at this cluster go out from here. Do you smell what I smell? It smells like farts in the air. Boom! Big shockwave going out from right here. Right here. Have we had a radar pulsation? Is there a device here? Between where your balls go inside that rabbit flat. Yeah, the balls going flat. You got a device here. Or just a serious ripple in the atmosphere from a bomb. Boom! Boom! At the very end. Pow! That could be what that is, a shockwave. And you got another one here. Most likely, course, I would say, is an explosion. Rippling over the top of the cloud deck. Look at that. It's not a gravity wave. I call bullshit to gravity waves. Is it a gravity wave? Okay, I'm going to look. Let's have a look. Peek at a 48-hour view of this thing.
Got it. But first you'll have to unlock the
Alexa.
device.
No, shut up, Alexa. Yeah, we'll go with the 48-hour video. Let's have a quick look. Quick look at the sun. Did we have a kickoff today? Boom! Yeah, but that wouldn't have aimed at us yet. It's a strange coronal hole, isn't it? These lines. I watch these a lot. It's not enough to do that. If all three of those kicked off, that would be bad. But they're magnetically locked. They're very much been dancing around the sun a bit. That one looked like a butterfly. Those are ribbons of magnetic plasma that are very hot. You'll see them sideways when you look at the limb of the sun. Or you'll see them in the darker areas when they're just dancing across the top of the sun like this. Huge ribbon of magnetics up here. Here, look, I'll show that area. No, they're not fueling nothing. These are like dancing tornadoes of plasma. And you're seeing like one of these sideways on. And it's actually touching that one there, and they're pulling to each other. And when they snap, one goes to the other one. Pow! See them reaching? Isn't that cool? I think that's cool. And there's a big sideways one coming. The pole of the sun. If the sun had an aurora area, that's what it would look like. And some dancers on his side kicking off. Sorry, Gene, and I don't see no fuelings going on here. It's another magnetic thing like this here. It'll be a longer one like that. Sideways on. And it's dancing with another one across the, just off the limb of the sun here on that side. It's beautiful, isn't it? You can watch that here. I'll give you the link to the page. Sorry about that. There's all sorts of coolnesses there. You can have a look at it. Use this for your homeschooling. Think logical while you're thinking wascally. Do yourself a favor. Boom! It's a hell of a capture that. Right, I move on. There's a lot of action coming. My voice is about gone. There's your 10 days. Your 24 hours is a relief for many. Right? As most of what you're getting up here is calm. You'll have some pop-up showers, but the corridor over here, they're not done. They're not done at all. I have a feeling you're going to cop it through the Gimpy corridor again. But on your 24s, this is pretty much should be starting to truck its way on out to sea. And after that goes, there's just not much to be adding on to it. Mighty square looking on the threes, eh? Icon's the only one that's got a decent 2-day forecast. And they're matching. So your event is nearly over, Harvey Bay, much to the delight of many. Because this is a dangerous amount of storms coming through. Now I'll have a quick look at that. I'll have a drink. Let this roll for you. Got some showers flaring up just to the east, Agnes Water. This line will impact you. That's coming this way. So I'm going to go out just a hair. Yeah, there's a pinch is from this radar here, and this gets released. That'll do the curveball right into you. It's even set it up to come hit you this way. Some of it'll go Rockhampton because it'll hit this and split like bam, bam. If you run water against a V-shaped diversion, what happens? Okay, now you're thinking logical. But that's a pulsar, boom, boom. So that'll cause the peristalsis-like effect inside the tendrils of the storm. Boom. So we'll watch for the beat. It's a little hard to pick up yet. If it gets to about here, I'll be able to see it. The muddy girly. No, it's Mo Gildy. Nah, man. It's the muddy girly. Boom. And the bombs went together. Boom. And we all must stick together. Boom. Or they'll be pluming us forever. Boom. We all must get together. And right, with that shown, with that said, I am going to roll that another minute. If you find my work of value, you may support it at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. Or if you love jewelry, you may buy a piece of jewelry from me or something. And that supports me too. And thank you very much for the shouts outs of coffee and help that have come my way. And the knowledge that people are imparting on me to help on my sound checks and finalize fixing my equipment at no great expense. You have a beam coming out here. Do you have a mobile device here, or are they setting up a no station? Look at the split that just happened here. Rod, where are you aiming? That's the Bradshaw effect. You're reaching toward it, man, and then you keep firing it off. I know somebody's running some big devices here. He's got to be. There's no way he's not. Look at the split. I love to document the usage of radionics. And so I'm going to do that for a moment. Humor me. What's going on over my whales? Boom. Yeah, some deployments here over Harvey Bay. Look, V-shape right here in lines. Big straight edge right here came over. That's not naturally occurring. Anybody attended that talk that was in doubt? Watch this. Yeah, one I did electronically. I'm happy to do that for any group of people. I'll just come in on Skype and do it, and I'll somebody have me on a phone, walk around, talk to the audience, and ask anything they want. I even invited other people up there that have questions of me, and they did not show up. Rather famous names. They got open invitation. My goodness, look at that, eh? It's like pants. You're getting pantsed, man. They're pantsing you. They said they were going to pull your pants down. They're pulling your pants down. Bureau of Morons is moroning you. They got more chem bombs on you and more microwaves. And they're being pants. It's the croc cloud. Crikey. It's a salt croc now. Salt croc now. Boom, 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 boom. There's a big plume they just fired over the top of you, Rod. They put 3 of them. 1, 2, 3 big deployments. That's gone into the 5. It'll go flower to death. They Nazified you. Put some kind of runes magic over you. I protect these people with golden light. Not having them doing magic without saying something that's beautiful over the top to negate that shit. You have no power here. Go, grima worm tongues of the world. It's Grima. Go away, you Karens and Kennys, you correctioles who care more about fucking somebody's typing wrong. Language has changed, language are fluid, and if you don't like it, the band in mine is rolling today. Look at the pulse coming through. Whammo. Interacting with the mountains, bouncing off the waveforms back and forth, rattling your teeth and gums. Bringing a metallic taste to your mouth as aluminum vapors are made with microwaves. And as this blasts this, and this blasts this, I'm going to blast off on out of here. Big love, people. Peace.